Hello, and welcome to Fate Extra. So, hello. I'm gonna. This is a game I've liked for a long time. I've played it like I think I've played all the routes. Yeah, and I would want to replay it. So I might as well just go ahead and record it. There aren't many, from what I can see. There aren't many how do you call it? Uh, Let's plays of this game. There's like one extensive one, and then there's a few of them, and there's a few speedruns I saw, which is kind of funny, speedrunning this game. I am doing the how do you call it? The perfect patch that retranslates some things and give us subtitles when we are in battle, which is very useful. Um, and yeah, this game is of course Fate. It's one of my favorite types of Fate games, as there's an actual Holy Grail war going on. But I'm just getting ahead of myself. How about we start a new game? Now, normal and easy mode, there is on easy mode, there are fountains on each level that heal you and your servant by full. In normal mode, those don't exist, so it's more of a how convenient you want it to be to yourself. I'm gonna go in normal mode. There are also a number of dead ends, so yeah, it's recommended to save. Yeah, of course, the normal disclaimer that they have. And here we are. It's a bright, sunny morning. The air is filled with the joyful laughter of students. There's more activity than normal. In front of the school gate, a crowd is forming as students are being called over. I wonder what's going on. Where I peer into the center of the hub, I see my friends and students, my friend and student council president, Issei Ryodu. Hey, look, if you played Fate Stay Night, you know this guy. Good morning. Lovely weather we're having, don't you think? And who is that guy next to Issei? He's not in the box arts. And any of the promotional images. Oh well, I guess we'll have to see later. Why do you look so surprised? We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. I have been tasked with performing inspections to ensure students are in compliance with school rules. Now, it goes without saying that everyone is subject to inspections, even old friends. Now then, uniform inspection time. Color? Check. Pants, hem? Check. And your socks? Check. Next is the content of your bag. Notebook, textbooks, pencil box, not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly cut and your haircut is sensible. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukumihara Academy student. Someone like you ought to consider a future in student government. You'd be perfect for it. Oh, but never try to coerce you into joining the student council. We aren't like that. Now then, off you go to your classroom. Enjoy your day. Before I can reply, Mr. Diligent Student Council President is on to the next student inspection. Hungry for gossip on their way to their classrooms, the students jabber about the inspections. Things are always so gently bustling in the morning. Another peaceful beginning to another peaceful day. And here we are. Yeah, we got the menu, a triangle. Right, hold on. I think something's wrong with my controls. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry. I did a test run of this, but for some reason the controls aren't all that great. Let me see. This one goes up. This one goes down. This one goes left. No. Left. This one goes right. This one's a circle. This one's the X. Square. Triangle. Start. Select. L, and R. The analogs are correct. Alright, let me see now. There we go. That was an odd thing. Alright, let's talk ahead to people. Welcome and enjoy your stay at Tsukihimihara Academy. I just wanted to try saying that once, just to see how corny it would sound. If you continue right, you'll find the archery range, but you should head to the school building now. Your classroom's on the second floor, right? If you don't get into class, you'll incite the tiger's wrath. I wonder who that is. Oh, is it the archery range open? What is this academy range you speak of? Oh, that building over there, on the right. What about it? Well, somebody left their stuff there, but whatever. Someone left something there. Alright, let's go ahead and investigate. Isn't this familiar? A lingering scent in the air. Triggers in my thoughts soft with nostalgia. The archery range seems to be completely empty. The entrance is even closed up tight. I better hightail it back to the classroom. Room 2A is on the main building, second floor. Alright, let's keep going. This is a notoriously... What is this? Is this a track? I think it is a track field. I never actually took a moment to examine. In fact, CCC, it's a different field, so it's a... I never actually figured out what this is. It's like a place of sand, like a track field or something. Anyways, who's this guy? I have this weird feeling that I'm forgetting something. I just can't think what it might be. Man, I just have a hole in my head. Maybe I should head to the classroom. I wonder what that guy's talking about. Anyway, let's go to the building. Hey, buddy. Oh man, I got to go to the bathroom before homeroom starts. My eyes are starting to float. And we can't go into the other classrooms. Yeah, this is room 1A. Even though no one's around, the silence is so absolute that it's somewhat unnerving. Fighting on school grounds is strictly prohibited. That's a little unnerving. And a bit of foreshadowing for what comes later. Yeah, it's the same thing. This one. This is room 1B. The classroom feels totally lifeless. Like a student, just make it feel worse. Alright, here we go. The classroom schedule for freshman students has been posted. Technically, I took all of these classes last year, but I don't remember anything about them. I wonder why. The schedule for each grade has been posted. As a freshman, it's difficult enough just to try and remember the name of your classmates. Oh, did I see 1C? This is room 1C. All the first year classrooms are totally devoid of life. I wonder what's going on. Looks like a fire alarm. Just the sight of it makes me want to set it off. I wonder if this guy is like Rise from Persona 4. Alright, let's keep going. This is a PSP game, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. I am doing it in the PPSSPP emulator with a bit of upscale. At least the resolution is at 1080p, so at least not all blurry. Anyway, what's this? 4 days until the next exam. Be sure to study your hardest. Sincerely, Miss Fujimura. Alright, if the tiger thing didn't clue in already, yeah, it's Fujimura from Fate Stay Night. The boys' bathroom. I don't really need to go right now. Nothing for the fire extinguisher and this. The girls' bathroom. I don't have the guts to walk in. This is the faculty office. I don't really have any need to desire to talk with any of the teachers, so I shouldn't go in. From the faculty. Exams start next week, so be sure to curtain club activities and study. And who is this guy? I woke up this morning with a splitting headache, and I've been really forgetful as of late. Just like the other guy from the beginning, from the entrance. From the nurse's office. It seems that many students are falling ill due to the stress of exams. Please come to the nurse's office if you feel ill or are injured. This is the faculty office, so it's the same thing. Okay. This is the nurse's office. I can feel the people inside, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyway, the door won't budge. And this is... the Academy Gardens up ahead. It looks like it's under renovation, so only those involved in the process are allowed to go in. This video is going to be a bit extra long since, spoiler alert, there are like 3 different routes for this game. Each route separates into 2, but 3 main routes, what I mean to say. And I'm going to do all 3 of them. So, this video could be considered a prologue for all three of them, since they all have the same beginning. And New Game Plus, which I'm gonna do for the other two, skips this part, so the cafeteria is just up ahead. It looks like they're still getting ready. This part's gonna be a bit extra long just because of that. Our classroom is this way, but we can still explore a little bit more. We better head to the classroom. Your classroom's... our classroom? Two-way, ring a bell? There we go. Nope, again. Roll this one. Mihara Times Preview Edition 1. A special feature will begin the day after tomorrow. Cracking the unsolved mysteries of Tsukimihara Academy. Don't miss it. And this is the library. There are weird mechanical noises coming from inside. I check it out, but the door's locked. From the library, about exams. The library will be closed for the duration of exams. During the closure, the shelves will be reorganized to some and the much requested PCs added. Stop by after your exams. Honestly, this seems a bit counterproductive. The library should be open during exams, right? To help people study? That seems a bit dumb. And this one is mysteriously... if you read Japanese, you can probably make out what that thing says, but I can't read Japanese, so I don't know. And this is the third floor. I don't have any business on the third floor. I have to get my class before the bell rings. Alright, before anything, I just want to go ahead and something I didn't explore later. Here we go. The door to the supply room is locked tight. Students are in the lounge winter. And this is school. Yeah, I can't examine that. Okay, funny kid. Anyways, we go. That's our classroom right here. I'm gonna go explore the other ones for a bit. This is class 2B. There are a lot of athletes here, so it's a little overwhelming. It's noisy as usual. I'd rather not be noticed, so I better hightail out of here. And 2C right here. This is class 2C. Student Council President Issei is in class C, but he's not there now. He must be busy. I don't know anyone else here, so I should probably leave. This is the shared locker for the classrooms use. It has stationery and supplies buried under a treasure trove of Miss Fujimura's junk. Alright, let's proceed and go ahead into class 2A. Chimes raise curtains on humble days, precious as a handful of gold dust. I wonder what that is. Alright, so. As I enter class, I see Mato with a bunch of girls. Why he's so popular is a mystery. Another familiar character, Shinji Mato from Fate Extra. From Fate Stay Night. I mean, whoops, I'm mixing up names again. He's a bit low sound. After this, I'm gonna increase their volumes.
でも気にする必要はないんじゃない？平凡な自分を卑下することはないさ。誰だって才能あふれる人間のそばじゃ退屈なやつに見えてしまうからね。
It's a little early for such abuse, but as it's Shinji Mato, it can't be helped. His arrogance is almost palatable. I don't know what he's saying, but it makes all the girls squeal with joy. Actually, let me rephrase. His popularity isn't so much mysterious as it is natural. I was just doing a little math tutoring. This stuff is beyond easy for me, anyways. Wait a second. Hey Mato, isn't the answer to this question totally wrong in every way? What in the? I'm the one who solved that. There's no way it could be wrong. Look at this! Since when did 2 plus 2 equals 5? I'd never make such a stupid mistake. It's all your fault. You're the idiots here, not me. As Shinji raises his voice, the girls all panic and run back to their desks. Shinji, same dick as always. I hate dealing with the proletariat. Yeah, I forgot about that. Especially when they think they're my equal. Forgot he said that in this part. It's really pathetic that these worms don't know their place. That's why I like you so much. Even though you're boring, you know not to steal my thunder. You're the ultimate sidekick. I don't want to be Shinji's sidekick, what the hell? Shinji flashes me a smile. It's weird how I never take an offense. at the way he talks to me. By some strange twist of fate, Shinji Mato and I are friends. How we became friends was... I can't quite remember how it happened. I want to say we met in spring sometimes? Sometime. Spring sometime. The bell for class rings as I try to recollect. And who should fly through the door but our homeroom teacher, Miss Fujimura. There she is. Phew, made it. Good morning, And fat. Miss Fujimura trips, falling painfully onto the floor. As she lands, her eyes strike the corner of her platform. Her head strikes the corner of the platform at the front of the classroom. The classroom goes dead silent. Every student's attention is focused on the same thing. There she goes. Again, how does she manage to trip in the same place every time? Listen, you. This isn't the time to be making stupid jokes. You're right. She isn't moving. Did she get knocked out or something? A few brave students get out of their seats and crowd around the still comatose Fujimura. Hey, Miss Fujimura. Miss Fujimura, are you okay? What? Huh? What's wrong? Everyone, hey, class is about to start, so get back to your seats. Pronto! Miss Fujimura jumps to her feet, as if nothing had happened. It's almost as if the memory of her sudden and violent trip to the floor was totally erased. With a fall like that, I wouldn't be surprised. As this happens all the time, no one seems to notice the care enough to say anything. No one gives a thought to how odd it is for this to happen every single day. Midday. The scene playing out before me seems to never change from day to day. The same exact lessons, the exact same subject, the exact same content. Today we're going to study the biography of Dr. Pierceman, a talented physician who... Miss Fujimura is conducting class today, the same way she does every day. You may not know, but when I was young, an unknown pathogen was the cause of a serious epidemic. In fact, outbreaks were common, but now most illnesses are cured using nano-thingamajigs. And FYI, I'm still young. This will be on the test, to be sure you don't forget it, I mean it. Her ensuing laughter stops short of her at her eyes, which seems deadly serious. Just as everyone is about to call Fujimura out, the bell signaling the end of the class rings. Alright, that's all for today. Be sure to study hard tonight, and don't forget those important points I told you about. And evening. While today's class wasn't that boring, it's a relief when the bell rings. As the bell signaling the end of the day sounds, students begin to break out into small groups. Thank God that's over. I was getting sick of all the busy work. Being a student sucks. The worst part of the whole deal is having to attend these stupid classes. You're still here? That's unusual. You don't have any plans, like a date or something? Haha, I'm just messing with you. I know you're too big of a nerd to even get a date. Ouch. I mean, you're just going to your dork club, the journalism club, right? While seeing as you're a boring and stale white bread, your life is exactly as it should be. You know exactly what your role is in life is, and you stay there. Well, catch you later. See you in class tomorrow. There it goes. And let me actually go ahead and do that. Background music. Put it on that. Now let's put the message speed on fast so I can. There we go. That should be good. All right, you. I hate wearing uniforms. I should have gone somewhere that lets you wear regular clothes. What? I'd kill to be able to wear the black uniform of the student council like you. Okay, they only have one line of dialogue. In CCC they have two, but that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves. It seems kind of pathetic to just head straight home after school. I should join a club. Alright, I'm just making sure I'm double tapping everyone. I guess the journalism club seems busy. I mean, with all the weird stuff happening. Weird stuff. Recently, a lot of students have been getting hurt. Rumor has it there's a slasher on campus. And I'm in the journalism club. Huh? You're not a member? You're always talking in the hallway with the editor-in-chief. And hello, what's up? Why do you have a thing on your head? Hey, the editor-in-chief of the journalism call was calling a general meeting. You better go. One of my desk legs is shorter than the other ones and it keeps shifting around. Ah, it's driving me insane. Oh yeah, I do know the pain of that. I also, when I was in school, I had one of those chairs. I had to put so many pieces of paper behind one of the legs so it didn't tremble whenever I was trying to write anything. Guys always bolt when it's time to clean. The lies they tell to get out of the helping is pathetic. And there's a dartboard. Nothing else, nothing else. I think there is a thing over here. Yep, there we go. This is where Shinji sits. Shinji's desk is disturbingly organized, a reflection of his obsessive-compulsive personality. Oop, no, I didn't want to talk to you, damn it. I wanted to examine my desk. Well, I can't, it seems. Oh, wait, no, where's this search? There we go. This is my assigned seat. Inside the desk is a bunch of textbooks, random junk, and Mr. Tittles. Boy, what? I don't remember this. God, it's been so long since I've played this game. It's all starting to blur a little bit. Very weird. You know what? Let's get out of here. Hey, buddy. The editor-in-chief of the school newspaper is calling for you. You better go talk to her. This is to be a lot of athletes. This guy is the same thing. No change. And what about you? I really wish I was dating Shinji's sister. She's that cute girl in the nurse's office. We get married and she'd feed me and I wake up to her every day. Sweet! But the point of Shinji being my brother-in-law is, if only they weren't related. Yeah, Shinji is a lot, that's to say the least. Especially if you played the Heaven's Feel route in Fate Stay Night. Ooh boy. Hey, what's going on? More drama? The school newspaper has been so busy these days. There's a lot of weird rumors to check out. This is the trio. They also appear in Fate Stay Night. And they have unique models, which is kind of fun. Right, you. That's so weird. I tried to go to the library before exams, but you can't get in. You can't. Oh, you can go to the third floor. So let's go ahead and see. What is this? This is a classroom for gay. I don't know much about the upperclassmen. On the bulletin board, flyers for solicitation for clubs and notices of school's functions are posted. Yep, basically the same thing. Yep, it's the same thing. And this is 2B, 3B. None of the upperclassmen seems to adore curry. That is an odd thing to specify, but okay. Hey, have you noticed that the girl in the nurse's office wearing long sleeves even in the summer? Yeah, she's always wearing that long jacket. Could it be because her older brother bullies her? Huh. You know, I didn't actually... when I replayed this game, I honestly don't talk to everyone, so that's a kind of a dark implication for this version of Sakura at least. Oh, spoiler alert, Sakura's here, but that should be pretty obvious. This is class 3C. They gape at me like underclassmen are some sort of exotic creatures. And nothing to say about this one. And nothing to say about this. Nope, just a random door. And what's this? 4 days, it's the same thing. Okay. Hey there, how's it going? Rain or shine, the student council president is at the main gate. You gotta tip your head to that. Yeah, or pull the stick out of his butt so he can walk away. He's not a bad guy overall though. And you can't interact with any of this except the multimedia room. Just saying it what it is. Movie club, movie screening schedule. This week's movie, The Great Pirate Stronghold, Chronicles of the South Seas. Sounds like an action-adventure movie. I might want to see it. And I wonder if that's a bit of foreshadowing for a future character in this game. We'll get there in a bit. The door to the roof is locked. There is do not enter sign hung on the doorknob. Alright, before we do, since there are students going around, we can at least talk to them for a bit. Like these two girls. Wait a sec, is Nurse Sakura really Shinji-Mato's little sister? Where did you get that idea? Didn't look anything alike. Huh? She's not? I'm not really sure. I feel for her though. It's like she's the topic of a million rumors. Plus she has Shinji as a brother. If I was her, my diary would be as longer than War and Peace. You actually keep a diary? How archaic. I never expected something like that from you. And there's Shinji. Oh yeah, I heard we got a new teacher. Hopefully they're nice. I'm not a total control freak. I wonder about that. And we got a special scene if we go here. Hey Sakura. Oh, it's you, brother. I heard you've been skipping out on the archery club's morning practice lately. Why haven't you been showing up? And where'd you get off taking a break without my say-so? You've been... I get it now. You've been going to their house again, haven't you? Yes, I've been going there, but I just wanted to help and... Let me guess, you feel like you're obligated to. Gee, right? Jeez, why do you have to be so damn naive? Wait a sec, what was this now? Anyway, if someone gets hurt, just leave them to suffer. Just do what I tell you to, and things will be a-okay. I mean, it seems like people get some kind of perverse thrill from getting in my way. To force one of my dear little sister to miss valuable practice time. That's not what it was at all. I wasn't forced to do anything, I wanted to help. Why is it so wrong to help those who need it? Ha, isn't it only fools and the weak who manage to get themselves hurt somehow? And why help anyone out? Will that person ever pay you back or help in return? Of course they won't. And if you think otherwise, you're an idiot. I won't be used by anyone. It's better to treat others as cattle. And isn't it time for you to admit the feeling the same way? But for me, that option... Stop right there. I don't care what you have to say. Stop going to that house, Sakura, got it? That's a little extra scene you get from exploring. Oh, I mean, hi. Can I help you with anything? If you start feeling unwell, please come by the nurse's office. Which is currently locked. Yep, everything's basically locked except that thing. We can go outside, there's also a... Oh, out of the blue, a feeling that something was moving behind the door overcame me. As a rule, students aren't allowed inside the supply room. It might be a rat or something. But for some unknown reason, I find my eyes drawn to the door on the supply room when the door is suddenly and violently thrown open. Well, hello. Without warning, a man appears out of the shadows. Dressed in black, with a sour expression, the person in question is very intimidating. But that sense of intimidation is immediately replaced with extreme discomfort and unease. A sudden, overwhelming sense of danger gives me goosebumps all over my body. His cold, blank stare sends chills down my spine, as if he's marking me for death. For some reason, it feels like if he is deciding whenever to break my neck or skin me alive. He begins to mutter under his breath, while at the same time he reaches out with his right hand. The chills running down my spine gain intensity as waves of nausea and vertigo wash over me. It feels like a rabbit watching the wolf draw near. Maybe this isn't just a raw terror. I think he's holding something that's making me feel this way. The note of disgust in his voice is obvious as he slowly lowers his hand. The paralysis that seems to take hold of me suddenly fades away. The man continues to look down on me with those dead eyes of his. The campus is about to close. If you have something else to do, I advise you to go home now. I'm sure. The man who introduced himself as Mr. Kuzuki turns and heads back into the supply room. And with that, the final bang ring begins to chime, signaling the end of the school day. Everything begins to progress as normal, as if nothing of the ordinary had happened. But I'm still sore and slick with sweat, all too real reminder of what happened. Wonderful. Now we have a teacher with obvious murderous intent teaching at our school. Alright, that was that scene. I wanted to go outside because there should be, or is it the next day? Yeah, it's the next day. Okay, let's talk to this one. The priest from the neighborhood chapel has been coming to school a lot lately. He's tall, dark, and handsome. Mostly dark. I wonder who that is. Anyways, archery range. Nothing. Okay. We should head back into the thing so to talk to the our guys. Let me see. There's no one here. We already talked to them. Cafeteria is still closed. Right. There they are. Hey, how's it going? Look who's here. It's a newspapers club. It's Johnny Leeds. What? Did you forget? You have to write an unsolved mystery of Tsukihimahara article. Come on, I told you yesterday. There isn't much time left before the deadline. Well, whatever. Your work's always good, so I'll leave this to your capable hands. Geez, my benevolence is like a black panther running around. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So that's that. I've got some of the investigating, so it's your job to do the rest. Don't look so surprised. There is a method to my madness. Okay, so about the first preview edition, the one called Gateway to the Paranormal. So listen, there's supposed to be an entrance to the spirit world at the rear of the archery range. One time, a male student who got bullied a lot was told to pick up trash there and vanished. Everyone's totally convinced that there's a paranormal activity going on back there. Isn't that scary? I mean, ridiculous. Anyways, go sniff out the truth. Leave no stone unturned. Your nose and eyes are tools for the trade as a journalist, got it? You're the mysterious one. Your reply should be yes, ma'am. Alright, hop to it. You heard what the editor-in-chief has to say? Try to solve the mystery of the paranormal gate. To tell you the truth, this story is really scary. We're counting on you to unravel the mysteries of Tsukihimahara. Like the editor-in-chief always says, you can't avert your eyes from life's mysteries. Yeah, whatever. Let's go to the archery range again. What's his name? Kuzuki? He seems not dangerous, but definitely merciless. An entrance to the spirit world? No clue. Maybe I should ask the archery club advisor, Fujimura. You want to know where Tiger is? Won't she be at the archery range or something? There we go, into the archery range. There she is. And here's the archery range. Quite a nice place to see, I will say. Anyways. You caught me in the middle of cleaning. Those archery club kids don't even unstring their bows. The worst is when they leave their arrows stuck in the target mound. I usually make the kids do it, but there's no club activities leading to the exam, so I'm doing it. Huh? An entrance to the spirit world? That's just rumor, it's not real. Exams are right around the corner, so don't waste your time on stuff like that. Go home, chew! What appears in the archery range isn't an entrance to the spirit world, but it's Miss Fujimura. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. She's behind She's behind one of Tsukihimahara's mysteries. It's fitting. I'll report this tomorrow, so I can go home and now if I want. A day will pass if you go home. Let's go home. We already saw everything, basically. Let's save my progress. This is just a test save I did. Anyways, let's keep going. Humble days as precious as the gold dust. Where are the buyers? As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinjimato aren't there. Give me a second, I just want to see how long has it been going. Come on. I can't see exactly. Quite a bit, it would seem. Yeah, okay. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. What? Like I tell you, anything happened to me, which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know what that ice queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else, and there's another familiar character from Stay Night. At first, I thought she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is to be at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe she's intimidated or something. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk bad to me get slapped. Boy, he is just getting on worse and worse. Fitting for his character, I guess. I never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that, no matter how hot she is. Which one was the log button again? There we go, square. Let me see. One. Okay, yeah, he did get violent. What a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut and agree. You agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. And why did she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to whine in his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Normally his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't with Rin Tosaka. Life's more interesting when it's got a little shakeups like this. As a fight on cue, Miss Fujimura barged into the classroom as the bell sounds. Phew, made it. Good morning, everyone. Alright, no one's absent. Since there is no announcements, let's just start homeroom. There she goes again. As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls, as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with horrifying sound. And thus, another typical mundane days begin anew. Oh, there's that guy. And through the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflict still persists. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lesson seems to have gone off on a tangent. Now, instead of armies, attacks in even greater number are carried out by terrorists. And in an attempt to suppress those terrorist groups, with that the bell signaling the end of the class sounds. And with the end of the day, here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let us end here today. Oh yes, before I forget, there is an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents have made the surrounding areas dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly? Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I have to turn in yesterday's report, so I better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. And evening. Here we go again. Alright, what do you have to say? You're investigating the story right now. Maybe I should join the journalism club too. Did you see that punk around? I mean Shinji, of course. Don't say that to his face, though. Alright, and here is this... Oh, not you. Yeah, okay, it's the same dialogue. I'm just wondering. The editor-in-chief was looking for you. She was going on about being late with an article. Strange happenings on campus? I wonder who comes up with all those rumors. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could you be a new student? What? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? Never heard of her. You really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy. Or a stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise. I wouldn't be unrealistic to call Miss Tosaka the Rin Tosaka, the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably won't feel it if I pull your leg anyway. What? I'm not dense much. But she wasn't wearing our school uniform. She was wearing red. How'd you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Huh? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. You would. Come on, let's hurry up to our club. Yeah. I think this is basically the same, right? Oh no, it's not. It's different. Friendly reminder from Miss Fujimura. Any student who gets a red mark in my class is invited to my special tutoring session. The bottom of the flyer is a drawing of Miss Fujimura swinging a wooden sword. In no way will that be a normal tutoring session. I better not get red marks. Miss Kuzuki. Everyone says he's scary, but he's actually a good teacher. A librarian messages evolve into scribbles. Carpe diem. I know what that's supposed to be inspirational, but Carpe diem, I think it means enjoy the day or enjoy life or something like that. A schedule for elective classes has been posted. It's a pain to change classrooms. Okay, it's the same thing. Or maybe I just forgot to check on them. Yeah, that's more likely the reason. Hello. Hey, guess what? I heard from a friend of a friend, but... Huh? What is it? Miss Fujimura is living with one of the students here. Ew, you mean like romantically? That's taboo. That's not what is going on, probably. Anyways, hello there. Oh, our club ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Interesting, so it was Tiger. Of course, there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about little red rooftop are spreading, so go find what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet. To the rooftop. You've heard what the editor-in-chief has to say? Hurry up and solve the mystery of the little red rooftop. Actually, that rumor makes me queasy too. You're to investigate the rooftop next. Good luck. I said it yesterday too, but you can't avert your eyes from the life's mysteries. Alright, let's talk to this guy first. Isn't our school weird? I can't put my finger on it, but maybe it's the teachers or the classes. Like everything feels artificial somehow. Wait, would that mean that... That's it! Oop, don't mind me, the crazy sometimes it comes out. I wonder what that's about. Not suspicious at all. Anyways, let me take a look here. There's probably nothing over here. Okay, yeah, I just forgot to check on them. What are you doing here, my friend? For some strange reason, I feel like there's a door here. What do you want? I wonder what that's all about. Oh well, probably nothing. Exams are coming, that guy's probably just nervous. And hello to you. For some reason, Shinji keeps messing with the door. I wonder what he's up to. Hey Shinji, what are you doing with school property? That's weird, why won't it open? What, you haven't left yet? Wait, don't tell me. No, never mind, losers like you shouldn't be on campus right now. Who knows, you might get whacked by that killer. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you. Ha 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 ha. Killer? You're in the newspaper club, you don't know. Someone's been attacking students after school. Man, a weak little drone like you'd get dropped in one hit. You better leave now. What? Just go home already. I wonder if I can leave. Okay, no, it's just the same dialogue. I wanted to know if I could just annoy him. Yep, it's the same thing. Hello there. Don't girls get cold when they wear flowy skirts? Normally when girls wear skirts they normally wear leggings to warm their legs. At least that's what I think. Hey there. Soon the time will come for you to pick a side in the nerd war. Comic books are so much better than manga. That guy over there though, he likes big eyes and small mouths. Well, that's something, alright? Hey there, is it you who likes manga? I love this manga. It's my favorite. Don't tell Tiger or she'll confiscate it. What kind of manga do you have, my bro? I don't want to know, honestly. Do you think a fly on the wall or the fly on men's pants has better view? Huh? Why is it even called a fly in the first place? Oh, you mean fly like the barquilla. Right, that's what we call it in Portuguese. The little zip in their pants. These are so weird things to say, my man. Me? Living with a student? Ah, no, I'm his guardian. Just his guardian. The child is one of my parents' friends who's been living alone, so I've been helping out. Which means that I go over to his house. No, but not that I live with him. No, I don't. Not at all. Hey, what's with that face? You don't believe in your own teacher? You're a good kid. You don't even know what those bad kids mean by living together, right? Right? And now your teacher needs to give those kids who are spreading rumors a little educational guidance. Yeah, if you don't know, that's Shiro she's talking about. Although he doesn't show up in this game, not directly at least. Anyways, we can go in here and go start heading up to the rooftop. The cafeteria is still closed for now. Up we go. And hey, Sam, the girl on the rooftop. Ah, her. She just happens to be there right now. I saw her holding the key to the rooftop a moment ago. What do you have to say? I see. It's going to be an easy now. The exam. I'm talking about the exam. I'm sure. And nope, there's just the same thing. Nothing new there. What about you? Did you hear? There was a murder at the school yesterday. A high school kid was killed. It happened on the way home. I live near there, and now I'm scared to go home. Right, there's no one over there. We can go ahead and go to the roof. Up we go. I turned the doorknob and the metal door opens silently on its hinges. As a rule, no one's allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant color set off by the vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Jesus Christ. Punctuation, friends. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that spreads out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. There she is.
綺麗な夕日。ここにいる人たちは今そう捉えているんでしょうね。確かにとっても綺麗な光景だわ。けどまるで生きていない。
I wonder what that means.
口当たりのいい世界。約束された退屈な平穏。触れていくだけの未来。ここはまるでカリカチュアね。趣味の悪いギガ。見るだけ。残すだけの記録に一体何の価値があるんだか。
I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finished speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky.
あら？システムサイドから警告ってわけ？ご苦労様ね。
What is she talking about, I wonder?
え？違うの？じゃあ NPC？
You're laying it a little thick on their Tosaka.
何の関係もない NPC が来るなんて。ってことは、やっぱりこの場所は外れだったのかしら。
Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way.
まあいいわ。人目もないし、試すにはちょうどいいし。ちょっとあなた、そこ動かないで。
Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek.
ちょっと、何これ？システムサイドからのブロックってこと？なるほど。 他人への接触干渉は予選の規定違反ってわけね。
Suspicious, suspicious. And she's gone. Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was there at all. She vanished? There or not, her form has been undeniably burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school, so you should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm tired, or... I'll talk with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom... Yeah, whatever. Okay. And we can just leave. We can save again, sure. We can just override. Just keep going on. Day 3. One day remaining. Isn't that ominous now? I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato, in the seat next to me, has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give up before you... Whoa, Shinji, my man! Give up before you look like a retard. So you know what he said to that? What? What did he say? We're dying to know, tell us. This Whisk gets all boo-hoo and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you, who skips practice. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. Anybody knows you can't practice your way into being a genius. If you want to practice something, you should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but it's still trash that needs to be to find the garbage can. Hehe, what a moron. People aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights of the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need practice, Mato. I feel bad for that kid. Trash can't help being trash. It should learn. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. The bell rings in response. The gaggle of girls shuffles off to their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up in what Shinji has said for some reason. Whenever or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my total average future. Yay. That's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break the pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today is just not an ordinary day. Or is it? Good morning, everyone. Suddenly my heart accelerates. For each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body's on high alert. Fujimura didn't fall. I know it's not a reaction to Miss Fujimura, no. Well, kids, it's a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. It's him, that blonde boy. Is the one causing my body fight or flight instinct to prickle. That character is an original for this game. Go on, Leo, introduce yourself. Well, Leo, you will be attending school with these people, so I'm sure they'd like to know who you are. He steps forward, and then a louder voice says,
皆さん、僕の名はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。いずれ世界中の誰もが僕のことを知りますが、今はあなたたちの学友です。それでは皆さん、しばらくよろしくお願いします。
The classroom is silent. There aren't any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coups of how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing. Entranced even. Shinji words comes to mind. This is what it means to be at a different level. None of us plebes will ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. Anyway, everyone, please make Leo feel welcome. Then Leo, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row on the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo. Ah, you're addressing me. Did you forget your own name, Leo? I see no reason not to allow you to call me Leo, as it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd like very much for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. What? Jeez, don't joke with your teacher. To your seat, Leo. I won't smack you since, well, it's kind of flattering for you to say that. Of course, I appreciate your diplomacy, Miss Fujimura. Then the boy gave a kind, easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he also has a natural charisma that draws us to his level. However, it seems that there are at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Of course you don't. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Oh, if you noticed, on the left side there are some interesting characters, to say the least. She is clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask anyone in the class or myself. Come see me first. Doesn't need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased to see I'll be attending such a good school. There you can see in front of us and on the left of us. Those are some interesting characters. Where have I seen them before? I wonder. As I'm imagining things, for just a second I thought he shifted his attention towards me, not towards anyone else, not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo, but to me alone. Yeah, right, there's no way practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland me. And we're on the evening already. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But at Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. I feel like cogs somewhere have become misaligned. No, I'm just excited because for once something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's findings to the editor-in-chief. Hey, where are you going? It seems like more and more people are staying home. Could the slasher rumor be true? Hey, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club was calling a general meeting. You better go. Is it just me or there are less and less people in the school? Maybe they are home. Scared of the killer. Did you hear? There was a murder here the day before yesterday. There's been a number of murders in the area recently. Scary. I'm gonna have a headache. It's like a static in my head. Maybe there's a cold going around. Oh, hello, Leo. I hear a familiar voice as I walk down the hallway. It's something around the corner. And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. The individuals now remember who they are. There is Class A Magi, who one girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than wizards, who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild mouflon, stronger, rarer, wilder. She couldn't even bear to put on the school uniform the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up. The voice coming in front of the supply room is none other than of a teacher, Kuzuki. He was speaking politely, almost reverently. However, this Rin Tosaka, the Harways in Asia have noticed some concerns regarding her. She is the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming. The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki is none other than the transfer student, Leo's. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. Temerity? Seems like Kuzuki's words bothered him. She's a failure like the other dropouts, and so she's below your concern. There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, teacher. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticated being like her can learn from her wild bravery. There is nothing, because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks. It was a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it coming from you. In any case, I'll hear you worrying about her. Are there any other important happenings? It's worth noting that the assassins sent by those alchemists. I have yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about. I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms or their symbols, rather, are quite unusual. Did he say unusual? Yeah, unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, teacher? Wait until I've checked about the assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the prelims besides her in Tosaka. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing the school. I like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Miss Kuzuki. No, brother. I will respectfully decline. That ends my report. I see, too bad. Then if you need anything else, it'll be best if you have a little contact with each other as we can. It's unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this. I understand. Be careful. Yes, you should too, brother. Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. They went here. I wonder what's going on. How could it have disappeared? Odd. And he's his brother. Oddly suspicious, huh? Anyways, we can go ahead and talk to our friend and editor-in-chief. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find anything yesterday? What? Little red rooftop vanished before your eyes? If she's disappearing, then isn't there anything you can do about it? Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief reaction? That's not right. I thought she'd say something like, hey, don't scare me like that. Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is about that person disappearing. The next story will be Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on the next thing. Should I say something? Hey, did you know there is a chapel on campus? Even though this isn't a mission school? It seems like the chapel has been here longer than school. It's just rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. And so I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is right at the end of the right side of the first door hallway. The editor-in-chief doesn't seem like herself today. What the heck, I feel queasy. So, are you going to investigate the chapel in the garden next? It's very pretty out there, with all the flowers. I'm investigating, enter the courtyard, yeah, sure. Hey buddy, are you still mad? Leonardo Harway, of the Western European plutocracy? Leonardo Bistario Harway would be the distinguished son of the Harway plutocratic family. He's young, but soon he'll rule the world. So, what is the Western European plutocrat doing here? Yeah, it's down there, but we can go explore up here for that first. Hey, buddy. You scared the bejesus out of me. What do you want? Actually, I'm glad you're here. The editor-in-chief asked me to investigate the 7 wonders, but check this out. One of Tsukimihara's Academy's 7 wonders is a female ghost who wanders the hallway. The ghost of a foreign girl wanders the 3rd floor. If you respond to her, she'll suck out your soul. Now, what do you think now that you know the details, go investigate it for me. Huh? You think I should just walk around the 3rd floor and do it on my own? No way, I really can't handle paranormal stuff. If anyone can take care of the case of the wandering ghost of the 3rd floor, it's you. Good luck. Gee, thanks, buddy. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what this is. Once school is over, all traces of humanity disappear. The silence left behind is terrifying. Alone in the midst of the unnerving scene, I suddenly sense a strange presence nearby. It feels like someone is standing right behind me, staring at the back of my head. It has to be my imagination. I hear no footsteps, no sound, no breathing. I am alone here. And yet, the feeling that I am not alone persists. It must be a hallucination of some kind. What should I do? If it's my imagination playing tricks on me, then nothing should be here if I turn around and look. So what should I do? Turn around. Turn around and of course no one's there. So I had to drink a bit of water. It's what I want to say. However, standing there appears to be a young girl. A young girl's appearance is definitely an odd with the surrounding campus, and the way she dresses is definitely weird too. With a mess of frills and hoop skirts, her dress is right out of the Victorian era. Combined with her porcelain-like skin, she looks like a child's doll come to life. It's kind of a relief, but the point is, she doesn't seem like she's really alive. The girl doesn't move a muscle, just like a doll, just like a corpse, just like a painting, like a wraith. Her eyes, so full of sadness, stare fixedly at my direction. Suddenly, her figure begins to melt away, as she slowly fades into nothingness, the last thing to disappear her eyes. With that, the strange presence I felt fades away. There is nothing to indicate the girl was ever here. She must be the source of all the wandering girl stories floating around school. Well, isn't that suspicious, mysterious? I think there is one more. Yeah, no, I think that's all of them, but I'm gonna keep exploring more. Wait a second, don't saddle me with this, I'm not good with the cool stuff either. Yeah, okay. So I was looking at the garden, got an eye of a stranger, and then they vanished. Maybe just a coincidence, but I had a splitting headache ever since. What's up with that? What do you want? Second year? Could you possibly be... No way. Go home, kid. This area around school hasn't been safe recently. Yeah, well, that's something. The roof is locked. Okay. That's a guard over there. We're not going over there yet. Let's gonna talk to more people. I was in the arcade the other day and I saw Miss Fujimura there again. I think she lives there. I saw her there too. She wants so many stuffed animals. It was like she was mustering an army. Hey, it's Shinji again. What are you up to? That's strange. Even for here. Oh, it's you again. I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play rapport or whatever is your friendless little geeks like you do instead of having a life. Jeez. No way, it's interference. Is it interference of some kind? Nah, that's too obvious. Nothing here, but I wonder what could be. Anyways, let's go ahead and not go to the garden yet. We still have the outside to explore. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a familiar face here. So you know people dream about what they want to be, what they do in the day. I've got a new planned sleep studying. Okay. Ah, there he is. Hello, young people. I shall follow your progress with great interest. Best of luck. That mysterious priest, you should be familiar with him if you played Stay Night, or at least watched the anime. Or Zero. Hey, guess what? I saw the priest eating some super spicy food at a Chinese restaurant by my house. A priest that likes very spicy food. I wonder who that could be. Also, kind of funny that, let me look at his sprite. They replaced his cross with whatever the hell that is. I just think it's funny. In the... we're gonna see in the CCC playthrough, which I'm gonna do after all 3 routes are done here. He still has a cross, so they really just censored that for no reason. I don't know why would they do that. Anyways, you, what's up? Are you going to the garden? Keep your guard up, it's almost too quiet there. Lately I've been getting these crushing headaches at school. It's starting to freak me out. Alright, off we go. Oh well, isn't that all bad? Music stopped too. Oh well, that's not good. Whoops. That was definitely an accident. A man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyful multicolored flower bed around him. It's a new teacher, Kuzuki. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air and then scattered around him. Are dead bodies of students? Why did you come here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly move, but in the next instant, I bowed over, as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kuzuki hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice is a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. The man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm towards me. When I came to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not a trace of Kuzuki or the corpses that have been here. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from lying on the ground. The cold sweat that has covered me is gone too. Only the piercing pain of my head remains. Maybe just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow. Just go home for today. Let's not go home now. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head out to the main gate. I want to explore this area, which you haven't seen yet. Like the fountain. It's a water fountain. The water creates an elegant arc. And the church. You can't enter yet, but still. The faint voice can be heard from the inside the chapel. I wonder if it's service being held now. But as I move closer to better hear the muffled voice, my body refuses to cooperate. That's weird. The priest is outside, and there's a mass going on? Isn't that suspicious? Alright, let's just head home. Yep, nothing else here to do, I guess. Let's move on. And we're about to head to the last day. As you can see there's one day remaining, and that's gonna be the next one. So, off we go. And let's save our progress. There we go. Where is the belfry? That moment gentle days end. When I enter the classroom this time, things are a bit different. Wow! Okay, then how do you solve this problem, Leo? In this case, you substitute this for this, then divide everything by x. It's the same simple equation that you used earlier. Wow, you're right, thank you, Leo. Unlike someone else, he helps out his classmates without displaying an ounce of condescension. Condescension, yeah. And then someone is directing a nasty scowl towards the new kid. That bunch of brown-nosing idiots will suck to anyone who's got a bigger pea-brains than theirs. Whatever, it's no skin off my back. People who are ugly inside are ugly outside too. Seems like Shinji's gaggle of female admirers have migrated to Leo's desk. For one, Shinji's irritation is kind of understandable. I'll give him this. The brat is a real charity worker, laying on the charm for those sows. He's desperate to appear smart in me, but I'm the real smart one here. I see what he's doing. That dumb little kid doesn't know what I'm. Oh my god. Let's read that again. That dumb little kid doesn't know that I'm onto him. Reacting to Shinji's voice, Leo glances his way. Leo's expression is inscrutable, but not hostile. He's nervous. What do you want? You wanna go? After a few false starts, Shinji finally managed to squeeze that out in a low voice. I don't know if Leo heard, but he gets out of his seat. The recoil turns into a noticeable flinch, which Leo smiles kindly at in response. Unlike Shinji's, Leo's gestures are filled with dignity. If I have unknowingly given you cause to be malicious, I would like to deeply apologize. Shinjimato, was it? I'll be careful not to upset you in the future. His message firmly delivered, Leo returned to his seat. His soft voice bore no note of hostility or resentment. I know it's hard to believe, but maybe Leo wasn't upset. He knows when to bow down to true authority, it seems. I'm such a nice guy, I'll just accept his apology. Yeah, it's not like he ever pissed me off. After visually confirming that Leo is otherwise occupied, Shinji feigns calmness and leans back. Phew, made it. Good morning, And FUD. The sound makes me cringe, no matter how many times I hear it. Everyone is desensitized to it, for the most part. Even knowing that she'll jump onto her feet in a few seconds, we should probably worry more. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood. It's obvious that doesn't like Leo all that much. But with him, it's impossible to tell if he's really mad or just being cynical. Either way, it's just more of the same. Just like our homeroom teacher, daily dramatic entrance, and once again today begins. Alright then, let's pick up where we left off. According to Dr. Pierceman's biography, during class I thought I saw Leo smirk a little, but other than that, nothing exciting occurred. Today is just another boring day, in a long string of boring days. Who here knows what amnesia is? It's a terrifying condition, where an individual loses all their memories. It's caused by brain damage, severe trauma, or even infections of one mucous membrane. The section of the doctor's biography we just covered touches on this condition. The cure for such a scary condition was discovered by Dr. Pierceman. With that said, using amnesia as an excuse for forgetting your homework isn't going to fly. When I was young, a fair number of my classmates were unscrupulous enough to try this. And before getting ideas, I'm still young. In fact, I'm putting that fact on the test. As per her norm, Tiger's lecture starts to peter out. Just as a collective, this again starts to rise from the students. Miss Fujimura. Without even being acknowledged by the teacher, Leo suddenly rises to his feet. The attention in the classroom ratchets up immediately as all eyes on Leo. The young boy surveys the room with a mysterious smile, taking in everyone's startled glances. Oh, and of course, my fellow classmates. It is time for me to leave. We will probably never meet again, so I wish you all well. What the? My head! The pain! And before I forget, Miss Fujimura, I think you are still young even now. Just your presence is enough to remind me of the beauty of youth. You are a remarkable person. Oh, isn't that nice for him to say? Alright, let's keep going. After what seemed like a very slight bow, he immediately seems to disappear from the room. Alright then, let's continue. Please turn to page 86. And accompanying the sound of flipping pages, the lesson goes on as if nothing had happened. Showing off like that in the middle of class, what a jackass. If you have to use the John, be a little more discreet. And that I have to leave crap. Seriously, is this supposed to be some kind of aristocrat or wrestling or something? Of course that just happened. What just happened is impossible. Highly suspicious disappearance in the middle of the class, and the teacher doesn't seem to care. No one in class says anything, and the class continues as if nothing strange has happened. It was the same dull, dreary scene as yesterday, and the day before that. This can't be natural. Evening. After Leo exits from the class, the lesson continues unabated, as if following the set script. Strange. This is definitely strange. It's as if the world tilted slightly and everything within it is losing the sense of presence. My head feels like it's going to explode. The pain is making it hard to remember who I am. Wait, come to think of it. I mean, really, who am I? What is my name? How old am I? Where do I live? How many people are in my family? What is my life before I started attending this school? I can't remember anything. My memory has been completely erased somehow. How and why did this happen? That's right, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club. As the president of the journalism club, she knows at least my name. I know I had to have filled out something when I first joined the club. I'll ask her. Hopefully she'll be in her normal spot. Uh-oh, mysterious music going on. Man, where is everyone? It's like a ghost town around here. Things are getting weird. And you are gray, which is odd. That Leo guy, where the heck did he go? I never thought he'd be the type to ditch class. Alright, so let's see. What's with Leo all of a sudden? But after seeing that, I've had enough of this. Ow, my headache's gone from terrible to worse. I'm freaking out. Yep, no one here. Oh, our club base. Did you find anything yesterday? The editor-in-chief is usual cheery self. All I can think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. No, I have to ask her about myself. I'll ask her what my name is. Your name? Just look it up in the register in the library. Yeah, the school registry. It has everyone's names. If I look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. I'll go to the library. My head hurts. What is this blurriness? The library is right at the stairs. I know where it is. Your name? Isn't that ominous? Hey, buddy. You want to see the registry of the names? It's on the bookshelf in the library, I think. Here it is. That's the thing we need, but I'm just gonna see if there's nobody around. Nope. Something here. Oh my god, I can't believe they had a Twilight thing over here yet. Kabaddi, I have no idea what that sport is. What does this mean? Huh? Electric mix of velvet on any whiff of censorship. Mythology. Yep. Cultural anthropology. Alright. Same thing again. Language studies. Music section. Political science. Come on. Art and design. Art and designing, and I think these are the same things, right? Yeah. This one doesn't have anything. Computer reference. And this, I guess, is the thing. Register. There we go. I found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Once I read through this, I should be able to remember everything. Sorry about that. About myself. I opened the book and began turning the pages. Immediately I noticed something is terribly wrong. The pages are blank. Blank, blank, blank. Every single page is blank. I reached for the last year's school registry and I started flipping through the pages. Blank, 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 blank. What is happening here? Who am I? What was... and just that. What is this place? Our guy is going completely bananas. The way we need to go is downstairs. Oh, look at that, it disappeared. And the people here did not disappear, just the trio. You don't look so hot. Are things getting fuzzy around the edges? You're almost there. Let's ask the creepy ghost girl about this. Ah, there she is again. I thought I was scouted her away for good, but she's come back. I better not make any sudden moves or she'll just run away. Also, I'll let her speak first. However, she just continues to stare at me with intense dead boredom on terrifying. Maybe I should say something to her, but softly as not startle her. And it is... Yep, talk to her. Maybe if I keep my back to her, I'll help a little, but just call to her over my shoulder. I obviously can't see the look of the young girl's face, and all I sense is hesitation. Her voice matches her appearance, small in fate. In a hesitant, halting voice, she begins to speak.
お兄ちゃんは私のこと怖くないの？もしかして私に会いに来てくれてるの？
I did actually. If that's so, I'm Alice. I'm always here, so. She suddenly stops talking. Thinking she disappeared again, I turn around only to see Alice standing there. As I turn, she flinches a little and begins to fade away, then stops, and starts staring at me. As our customary staring contest begins anew, I swear that I can see a faint smile on her face. Hello, Alice. Hey, mister, let's have a tea sometime together. Alright, that's Alice. She disappeared due to the render distance, not because she's a ghost. Are you ready for the exam? It's almost here, but don't look at me if you need a study buddy. A pleasant breeze blows into the open window that overlooks the garden. As I look into the garden, I see a female student staring at the center alone. There's another one. She has a striking appearance with long purple hair, almond skin, and a preternatural calm. It seems like she is meditating, her hands folded in a specific way, her eyes closed. But I find that I can't stop looking at her. No one else seems to notice that she stands out dramatically. I start to feel uneasy about her. The girl's eyes snap open. Suddenly a massive jolt rocks the school, causing me to stumble about uncontrollably. The building shakes with a thunderous roar. The source seems to be the girl in the garden. What in the hell just happened? In the resulting confusion, my vision begins to distort. Dizziness, headaches, a sense of weightlessness. I close my eyes to keep from being overwhelmed. When I open my eyes again, everything is exactly as it should be, like nothing happened. However, the air is permeated with a seductively sweet scent. Also, the girl that was in the garden has disappeared. Was everything just happened just an illusion, or maybe? As I turn to leave, I see the girl from the garden walking towards me. That blast was meant to destroy everything within its range, but the school seems stout enough. And there she goes. As she walks away, she looks at the window and talks to herself. As she goes by, she gives me a smile. That's another original character. Extra. The roof's still closed, so we can't exactly go there. And there is another. Ready to go? The correct way is to just follow Leo, but let's go around this way. See them talk again. Sakura. Oh, it's you, brother. I hear you skipped archery practice again. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, brother, but You've embarrassed me again. How many times must I repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? I mean, if you keep listening to others instead of me... Wait. Did I call you my little sister? I don't have a sister. I mean, I always wanted one, but... Man, recently things have been kind of like... Yeah! Damn it! What the hell was that weird feeling? Ah, brother. You appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected. Please maintain a calm demeanor, brother. Please relax. Inserting reassurance text. Error detected. What's up, Shinji? Whatever's the matter, brother. Select desired sister personality. Things will get worse if you don't decide, but any choice you make will be a wrong one. So why not totally lose it, brother? Calm down. What is going on? Damn, everything's going haywire. Brother, wait. Cease forward progress. Male relation construct brother. Sakura Mato's speech begins to skip and repeat, almost as she's a malfunctioning robot. Seems like she's reading from a script rather than engaging in a normal conversation. It wasn't only the incredible fleeing Shinji or the robotic Sakura that was going insane. Vertigo overcomes me as the school starts to waver. Something strange is happening to the world. Ah, brother, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected. And this is the same thing. That was very odd. Good to know this guy still has the same thoughts. Anyways, we can keep going and going. Let's go outside, see what's going on. Not much, it seems. You can try to go outside, but... Right, I'll just leave. Once I'm out of impossible, things will return to normal. Frog through the gate. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and put a save state, because this is the first game over screen. Right, if I can just get through the gate, take a single step beyond the gate. In addition to an excruciating headache and painful jolt of electricity coursing through my body, I can't move. My body, my consciousness, rapidly fading. In this brief moment of time, I feel like something is talking to me. Trying to escape this world will be seen as forfeiture from your place in the Holy Grail War. What does that mean? Immediately after thinking that, my consciousness ceases. Dead end. Game over. Anyways, let's head back and stay put. No, there's no point in going home if I can't remember my own name. More importantly, where would I be going to, seeing as I can't remember where I live either? Well, that game over just basically confirms that it is a Holy Grail War we're going in, but an odd one. Kind of a different one than the one in Fate's Day Night. Anyways, let's go right in and talk to Leo. There he goes. There is something wrong with this place, but more worrying is the fact that I can't remember who I am. As I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. As a transfer student, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. Also, there's nothing but a dead end ahead. I wonder what Leo is really up to. Off we go to see him. I suddenly have this weird feeling that someone or something is up ahead in the hallway. For some reason, is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with almost excessive interest. The attention to detail is quite impressive, even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that's the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. But that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? In that moment, it feels like my heart skips a beat. Almost immediately, my blood pressure skyrockets along with my body temperature. Batum, batum, batum. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears, as my blood races through my veins, and the reason is clear. Now Leo, has turned his face to me. Now I know for sure he's talking to me, as there is nobody else present besides the two of us. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. I don't feel any sense of hostility from Leo. In fact, his smile seems genuinely friendly. His smile has the same effect on me as the rising of the morning sun, warm and comforting. In addition to his smile, his presence is inviting and inclusive, and I find myself drawn to him. Oddly, my worries have vanished. All I can think of is doing what he says, as the only way to. My mind feels like it's into a haze. It's like Leo is controlling my thoughts in some way. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end, and I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. As for me, the time to do so has arrived. With those final words, Leo turns his back on me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell will be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I'll have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess we should use more congenial see you later. Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. And off he goes. Straight through a wall. With those final words, Leo disappears. It's like he ceases to exist. One moment his hand is on the wall, the next he's gone. The young man in front of me seems to disappear before my very eyes. I want to say reality rejected his existence in it, but I feel like it's the opposite, that he refused to be constrained by it. It wasn't any special ability that allowed him to do so, just his strength of will. With his departure, I feel as if my great weight is lifted from my very being. And rather than cause for concern, it brings a fundamental question to mind. Who am I? As the question pops into my head, it begins to take on a life of its own, searing my brain. Alright, let's examine the wall. I investigate the wall that Leo disappeared through. It seems a concrete wall at the end of the hallway. About the only thing on the floor is dust. But I'm positive there must be something here because Leo walked through the wall. It would be so easy to turn around and back down the hallway and pretend nothing happened. But there is still something you need to know. I have no memories. That means I've never had anywhere else to go but here. No place to return to. What is it that Leo said? No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path? That's what he said, didn't he? That beyond this wall lies the appointed path and the truth. With all this, I'll learn the answers to my questions, even if those answers are painful. But ignorance is bliss. Do I have the fortitude to face the truth and accept it? And for now, let's go a little safe and I don't want to know. Rub my eyes, willing the strange thing I have seen to go away. Things that whatever lies past the wall is beyond my comprehension. I'd rather live my life in peace, even without my memories, than see what's beyond. Okay, we actually have to go in. I know the truth. I may have to face the truth that lies beyond the wall once again. Alright, I want to know. Something's different. Down to the floor and the walls, the school has changed its very substance of its being. For some reason, reality cracking its way as intensely disturbing. This world around me is more real than a painting, but not even as real as a sandcastle. I feel like it's so brittle I could tap it and echo would shake the whole world. Where the boring concrete wall once stood, now there's a doorway that I can freely walk through. It's an entrance, no, an emergency exit, like stairs at the outside. It's not something of this world. I have no doubt that the world the door leads to is utterly alien. Whatever awaits me inside, whatever shape it takes, there's some way to finality to seeing it. Ultimately, I've always committed to this path. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first steps across the appointed path. Oh, look, there's a doll over there. Beyond the door seems to be a dismal-looking scrapyard. Out of the front of me, the smooth-skinned effigy, while trying to figure out exactly what we want to do with it. Welcome, potential master. A voice comes out of nowhere. That effigy with you is your sword and shield for what lies ahead. It will come to respond to your commands. Now then, please proceed. The truth you seek lies ahead. The motivation of the owner of that voice worries me, but it's obvious I don't learn anything by standing here. Also, there is no longer a path by which I can return. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll as protection. I made it. With the deepest depths of the world beyond the door, this place must be the goal I am supposed to reach. At least that's what I thought. It's stifling, the aura of purity that seems to act as a ward against corrupted souls who try to enter. The feeling is familiar. It has the feeling of a chapel where the spirits of the deceased still linger. Ah, well, that's not worrying at all. At first I didn't notice, being overwhelmed by the grandeur of the room. But on the side of the young man is a familiar uniform lying still on the ground. I call out to him, but there is no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him, and then I notice. He is stone cold. I go as pale as a corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare bewilderment. Bewilderment. Jesus, what an odd word. Not what, odd, oh my god. Hard to say, I guess I can say it. It is at this moment. Uh-oh. The fallen effigy lying next to this male student comes to its feet with a clatter. Before I can get a chance to make sense of what's going on, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. It's going right towards us. And we get a little sneak peek of the combat for this game. We can't control any of the movements. We can just watch as our all gets completely obliterated. Yep, nothing you can do but watch it get destroyed. We'll get a true tutorial later on. Off it goes. We seem to be lacking as well. I didn't stand a chance against that thing. I see I wasn't qualified to be here. Me? Qualifications, that's right. I should know everything by now. The truth has to be here. But now... everything's going dark. I'm not even really scared. My only feeling that remains in me is regret. Even at the very end, I wasn't able to remember anything about myself. Someone, anyone, if you make it beyond here, please don't forget my name. And we didn't even know your name. His story has ended. But what about yours? Before you write your own story, choose the vessel of your power. Alright, and here is the servant selection. We have three options. Normally they are considered the easy, medium, and hard skill, besides the normal and easy things over there. There's Saber, Archer, and Caster. Normally, I honestly think Caster is stronger than Archer. Archer has a bit more niche things to him. Caster becomes a very big powerhouse once you unlock her Noble Phantasm, things like that. She is really strong if you build her correctly. But for now, we're gonna go in order from Saber to Archer to Caster. So, let's begin. A woman who wields a sword boldly. Saber, standard. A young woman clothed in crimson raiment with the mannerisms of a man. This servant is best suited for novice players. The game itself says it. Let's go. Where is the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end. I always awaken very abruptly. I don't think I dream. I suddenly find myself walking to school. My headache worsens day by day, then I finally buzzes in my head like an alarm. That day, it potent numbness. I wake up twice as fast as normal. I walk to the schoolyard. It's clear and cloudless, 7:30 a.m. But what season is it? When I try to recall what season it is, I start to get dizzy. I almost pass out. It may wind up back in bed if I let go and faint. For some time I have been embracing a rush of useless information. The normal stuff you'd see at a school, like the hustle and bustle of my classmates at the entrance. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. When I push my field of vision fizzles. Today, there's a crowd of students milling in front of the school gate, and more are being directed that way. As for what's going on, there's a boy in a black uniform in front of the school gate. He's my friend, as I recall. He is Issei Ryudo, as I recall. I remember this from the first time. When Issei notices me looking at him, he pushes through the crowd. Good morning. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think? Why look surprised? We announced last week's assembly that this morning's student council would strictly enforce school rules. He runs through the spiel as if this is the first time he'd ever disclosed this information. I already know this. I know that. I already know what happens. It's happened more than once. I seized by a headache. I'm so dizzy I feel like I'm getting forcibly logged out of my consciousness. First, let me check your student ID. I shouldn't need to remind you, but you should be at you at all times. My login ID has been checked. It's so obvious now. I answered clearly to my question that usually makes me so dizzy. Go dizzy. Alright. And these are the two characters that were standing next to our fake protagonist at the beginning of the game. A nice little preview if you pay close enough attention. They are basically the same characters. There's no difference in Rude. There's a few dialogue choices, especially with Caster. I don't remember much of Saber's because I usually do her last in these playthroughs. I prefer using Caster. But yeah, we're gonna go with the female. And oh god, I gotta search up her name. I like using her real name. Let me see. I should have put this ready. Fate extra. Female. Let's see, female protagonist name. Yeah, I know it's Hakuno, but oh, that's how you write Kishinami. All right. Where's the U? There it is. Hakuno, and then we can just, and then Kishinami, like this, right? Kishinami. All right, there we go. That's about it. Hakuno Kishinami. Nickname. I just put Haku. I don't know if it's any meaning. I just like the shortened version. There we go, Haku. There we go. Yep. There she is. Great. There's no telling when an emergency might occur, and it will be a help if you have your ID. I feel nauseous, but I know it has nothing to do with what I ate for breakfast this morning. I feel nauseous because of the world around me. It's repeating itself over and over, and that's making me sick. Now for the uniform inspection, collar check, pant hem check, and your socks check. I want him to get out of my way. I want his repetition to stop. I push him aside and go forward. I'm not nuts about it either. Next is the content of your bag, notebook, textbook, pencil box, not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly cut, and your haircut is sensible. Yeah, it's obvious this is like a computer simulation at this point. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukimihara Academy student. He keeps on talking loudly, even though he's facing no one. I have a headache, I'm shivering, and I know one thing for sure. This is wrong. This is not the school I know. It can't be. I have to go. I have to hurry and wake up, or else it'll be too late. But who am I waiting for? My anxiety and headaches are only getting worse. Afternoon arrives while I desperately try to find a way to escape this bizarre situation. It is as the norm. My vision is overlaid with some kind of unnatural distortion. Uneasiness, futility, emptiness. I want someone to explain to me the true nature behind all of these feelings. There must be a key somewhere, something that will make these answers all my questions. Alright, and I'm gonna leave it here for now. Alright everyone, that makes almost the entirety of the prologue. It's probably been like 2 hours. I don't know exactly the time because OBS doesn't want to show me the time at this point, but alright. That's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time for Fate Extra. Ciao.